Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're from. This is JP. Welcome to John Paul Music UK. And this is my live stream announcement. I'm going to go into a couple of different things. So, first of all, good evening. I hope you're right. Just live streaming on a Saturday. What's this? Really cool. Really happy to do this. So, I've got a couple of announcements to make, hence the name Something is Happening. And something's going to happen to my. I'm going to tell you in a minute. First of all, I hope you guys are all okay. And excuse me, finishing off a little cold. But we're live streaming. We're live streaming on my YouTube channel, on the Facebook channel, on Twitch, on LinkedIn, and even on Twitter as well. So we're just basically put your comments in the chat and just say hi. And we're basically just going to go through a couple of things. The first thing I want to talk to you about is my new track. My new track is out, which is actually All I Now Have, which I've done before, but this is an acoustic version. And I'm just going to show you, he says, there we go, my acoustic version now. So I'm going to put hi Richard, good evening, how are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm going to put a link in the chat so you can go and get this. It's available on Spotify, Apple Music, and it's going to be available on a couple of others as well. And you can just go and stream this straight away. It's actually an instrumental, so it's me playing the piano and also playing guitar and a couple of other bits as well. And it's just a nice sort of like 3-minute version of All I Now Have, just an acoustic version. Just go and listen to it. Go and have a listen. My theme for this year, excuse me, my theme for this year for music is going to be an album of singles. So I've come up with this phrase, album of singles. I've been sort of like playing with it in my mind for a couple of weeks. And just having a look at the idea of creating a load of singles, and by the end of the year, that will be an album. And they don't have to talk to each other. Some of them may be linked to each other. With some albums, of course, when you're doing an album, you're telling like a story, or you're telling loads of different things. John Wynn's in the house. Hey GP, how you playing out tonight? I might be. I'm not playing tonight at all, but I'm live streaming instead, John, because I've got 2 announcements. First one being my new track, which is available. You can go and have a listen to it. There you go. That is All I Now Have. So if you just search for John Paul Have, you'll probably find a couple of different versions, but this is the acoustic version, and it's out. It was out yesterday. That's the first thing. And then I've got another announcement. And if those who are savvy to my webpage may already know what this is. But I'm going to share with you what this is right now. This is the number one thing that's been asked for by loads of people on YouTube, loads of people on Facebook groups. They've asked me to do this lots and lots of time. Angus, good evening. How are we? Oh, I hope you're well. You haven't missed much. I'm just saying that the announcement I'm about to make is highly requested. So it's something that's been requested all the time. I've done like private tutorial sessions, which you can book me if you want to. And people have asked, do you do this kind of thing? Do you do this? Do you do this? And I've been on and on about it for ages. And it's time to do it. So what am I talking about? Well, what I'm talking about is this. I'm going to be doing the looping starter kit, and I'm going to make a basic looping course, but it's not going to be basic at all. It's going to be really in depth. And the whole point of this is for people who are either just starting out with looping, having trouble getting balance with looping, and looking at timing. Now, before you go, oh, I want to do looping, I don't care. What I'm going to be looking at is I'm going to be looking way beyond just going 1, 2, 3, 4, click the button. I'm going to be looking at it from a couple of different things. So we're going to be looking at pedals. We're going to be looking at touch screens, and we're also going to be looking at sort of other ways of looping as well. But also, we're going to be looking at structure of looping. Now, I do have another course, which is how to loop like a pro. And we do go into structure in one of my songs. But I think it's really, really important to talk about, you can talk about looping and then go, right, well, I want to be able to figure out what goes into a loop and what I should play. So we're going to be talking about balance. So a balanced loop where you've got what you want to loop and what you want to play, and how we would undo something, redo something, not just about a specific pedal, but actually how to loop. What I mean by that is, well, is by being a singer-songwriter and looping for a long time, this is something that I want to divulge out to the team. I've been doing this, we're pushing 18 years now that I've been looping for, and I want to show my pitfalls. You may be very familiar with them, but also at the same time, I want to showcase how to get the best out of any loop pedal, no matter whether it's a pedal, whether it's an iOS app, and just to show that you have a starting kit. So that's why I've called it the starter kit. So if you go to my website right now, which is johnpaulmusic.co.uk, you can actually, I'm scrolling on the streaming screen, that was really stupid. There we go. If you scroll down, oh look, Carol of the Bells. If you keep going, I've now updated it. So we still have the RC600 course, we have the How to Loop Like a Pro course, and now we're going to have the looping starter kit. And as you can see there, it's under construction at the moment, and if you click that link, it'll basically give you 25% off. Adam K is in the house. Hey, JP. Richard, yay. He's happy about that. Are you happy about the course, Richard? So this course is under construction at the moment. So I'm actually building it as we speak. But whilst I'm building it, I'm doing what I did for the RT600 course, which is whilst it's being built, you guys can get it for 25% off. Now, the question is, how much is this thing? Well, let me just do the new thing. Where's the new thing? There it is. I'm so organized. It is normally $97. And if you either click the link that's in the description box or scan the QR code, you will get it for $72.75. Now in the UK, it's about 60 quid. And this is going to be a one-time payment. You get a lifetime membership to the course, and also you can join the looping circle, which is now my new community for people who like looping, or they want to talk about pedals, they want to get well nerdy on it, or they just want to showcase what they've done for winds, what they've done for their pedals, their setups. Then that's what the looping course, the looping circle is. But the looping starter kit is, if you've ever thought, I want to get into looping, and I've watched a couple of JP's videos and not sure, don't know, I got a looper for Christmas. I don't know really how to use it. There's a looper I got 3 years ago, and it's now sitting in one of these drawers. Get it back out, and I'm going to show you how we can start looping. So this is the looping starter kit. I'm building it at the moment, and then basically while I'm building it, it's going to be $97 when it comes out, and then before that, right now, you can get it for 25% off if you scan the QR code, which is that way over there, and then also if you just go straight to my website, johnpaulmusic.co.uk, and you put in the code. Hang on, I had this set up. Oh, it's gone. Okay, you put in the code starter kit. Okay, all in capitals, all one word, starter kit. In the coupon code, you'll get the 25% off. Now, that's $72.75. However, let's just get rid of the QR code for a second. I want to show you something, because what we've done is, if we go in, it says 25% off. If you go into this, hang on a minute, let me just do that. I'm so organized tonight. Right, hang on a minute. There we go. Right, so I'm going to take you through this. So when you click the link, you'll get to here, which is the looping starter kit. Now, what you can do is, if you go through this, obviously there's some information about it. It's a lifetime access for one payment. That's it. But I realized that the world is not as rich as it used to be. And what we've done is time payment of $97, but also at the same time, you can do 4 payments of $25. So you can still put this into the code and click apply. And what that'll do is that'll jump it down to $18.75. Now that's for the first one. And then the other 3 are going to be $25. So basically, for $18, you're going to get access to this course. Obviously, it's going to be, it's $97 total, but you're going to get 25% off once, and then the other 25 for the next 3 months. Or if you do one payment of $97, and we do the same thing, let's just put in starter kit and click apply. This is where I'm praying it works. There we go, $72.75. I mean, this isn't going to be like, hang on. This isn't going to be one of those things where you pay it and then you get like 3 videos and a PDF download. That's it. I'm going to be doing loads of videos into the starter kit, and I'm going to continue to do loads of videos. If anyone has got my RC600 course, you will know how many videos are in that. I think it's now sitting at something ridiculously like, oh, it's way over 50 videos. And it took an age to set up, and this won't take as long because we can get this going really quickly. But, excuse me, throat. But this is going to be a really, really easy way for you to get looping. So if you're thinking about getting looping, then this is going to be, I've always said about the RC600 course that I want that to be the Bible for the RC600 course. I want this to be the Bible about looping, like just get your loop in. Now, I've also got another course, which is how to loop like a pro. So the idea is that this is the beginning, this is the starter bit, and you can go over this again and again and again. And then the next course is how to loop like a pro. So it kind of fits that we actually start at the shallow end of the swimming pool. Let's get you up and running, but also let's talk not just about pressing a button, let's talk about structure. Let's talk about what to loop, what not to loop, a wall of sound. How do you actually get the audience engaged? How do we talk about looping? You could loop for 4 minutes and the audience is going, what the hell is he doing? So getting the audience engaged, looping, and I've had many comments about, you know, when I do looping live, people are like, I've never seen people loop like that before. And that's what I want to bring to the table. I want to rip the curtain away and just show you how I build a track, how I would think about a loop, how I would think about, right, okay, we've got this cover, or I've got a 45-minute set. How am I going to incorporate looping into that? To not just go, oh, look, he's doing the Ed Sheeran thing, but also at the same time, make it just a level up. Okay, now I'm really excited about this, as you can tell, because I'm really animated, but I really, really want to make sure that it's the right kind of course for people. So on that basis, this live stream is going to then be available for replay, and there'll be comments. You can put comments in. So what I want is I want people to comment to say, I really hope this is in the course, this, blah, 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 blah. If Medcart puts dice and stuff in there, I will delete it. I know what you're doing. I can see the chat. But basically, it's funny. I really like it. I'm joking. But I'm never going to delete it. But what I want genuinely is I want people to put comments in going, I'm hoping to look for this. Am I looking for structure? Am I looking for, how do I do this? How do I make it more engaging to the audience? And let me know. Let me know what you want, because I'm writing the course right now how I think I can best deliver it to you. And I think I deliver pretty well, but I want to make sure that I'm covering bases. And the thing with this is, and this is the great thing, if once I've made the course, in inverted commas, and we release it, it doesn't mean that I can't add it on later, or I can't sift it into the middle. Maybe there's a whole episode that we can go, oh my God, why don't we add this into the course? So we talk about pedals a lot on this channel. And what I also want to talk about is like looping with this, looping with a phone and a microphone, and using that as the percussive bit whilst you play guitar, like looping in a different way. You don't have to sit there with a pedal. You could be your accompaniment. Okay, it doesn't have to be a showpiece case. It could be a workhorse. So I hope that kind of, you know, that helps you. So sign, oh my God, I can't talk. Scan the QR code. And also, I didn't realize that Restream did this, but in the chat, it's automatically put a link in anyway, which is a Restream link. And if you click that link, which is that one there, then it will take you to there anyway, which is great. I didn't realize it did that. Thank you, Restream. What do we think? Are we happy about this? Let's go through the comments. Let's have a look. I mean, I already put this up, but Richard already put, yay. I'm happy with that. That's good. Adam K in the house. I'm so happy you're in the house. I wonder if you're watching me on your massive telly or you're watching me on your computer. That'd be funny. Talk to me about this. So, starring Kit Tech. So this is going to be a looping starter kit, and it's a cute name for basically talking to you all about and instructing you on how not just to use looping, but how to actually implement looping into your workflow. That sounds like a lot of buzzwords, but I do mean that because I want to make sure that you guys are, looking at how you can loop stuff for you and take the techniques that I've implemented over the past sort of decade and a half, and you do it. Now, it's called a looping starter kit because it's going to be at the shallow end. Okay, so if you're a proficient looper, you may actually still want to get this because there may be tips and tricks in there that you don't realize that you haven't done before. So I am going to be giving sort of golden nuggets of top tips of advice that I have into this course that I've never exposed before, and then I've got stuff on the how to loop like a pro course that I've never exposed before. It's only in that course. So I have kept things back over the kind of 2-3 years, even though I've done live looping on live streams and things like that, but I've never gone so granular into why I choose to loop in a specific way. Having said all of that, of course, you know that if I go gigging, I go looping with a pedal. I'm also going to be talking about looping with an iPad or a tablet or some kind of app, and then also hardware. What do you need to get that up and running? Okay, so there's loads of different apps out there, and I'm not, obviously, that I'm doing a Loopy Pro tutorial video manual at the moment with Michael, and we're doing that like collaboratively, which is great. But so this is what we're going to look at. We're going to look at basically, let's get our feet in the water. We've got the pedal, we've got the app, we've messed around with it a bit, but we're not really sure how to go anywhere further from there. Let me take you by the hand and let me show you how we can actually get this so you're gigging with it, or you're performing with it, or you're putting up YouTube videos with it. So it can be engaging and it's not like 6 minutes of looping before you even get to the first verse, things like that. So looping mistakes, so what do you do when something goes catastrophically wrong? Do you get frustrated on stage? Do you laugh it off? Do you all these different things that we can address? And some of the videos are going to be discussion topics where I won't give you the answer, but I'll get you thinking, and that's the whole point. Like, how would I do this? So there's going to be a lot of videos. It's not just going to be, as I said to before, it's not going to be like 3 videos and a PDF download, and it's going to be like an hour's worth of video, which you could have watched on a live stream and then that's it. This is going to be a comprehensive starter kit for you, depending on which path you go down. Do you remember those books you read, like the adventure books? It's like, if you want to go this way, turn to page such and such. If you want to go this way, turn to page such and such. You look and go, oh, no, not that way. I'm going to go that way. That's what it's going to be like. But it's going to be like, right, are you doing app or are you doing pedal? Like, go this way. And then this is the bit for that. But you could go through the whole course. It's not a problem. So, I know I'm waffling a little bit, but there we go. Sign me up, I got told. There we go. Oh, well, scan the QR code, or obviously go to johnpaulmusic.co.uk and scroll down, and you will see the looping starter kit with 25% off. And then if you put starter kit into the coupon, it comes up like that. It comes up as $72.75, so $72.75. However, you can see right there, that's for one full payment of $97. I totally appreciate, obviously, money can be tight for some people, and what I'd like to do is obviously help spread that cost out. So 4 payments of $25, and you can still put the code starter kit in. Helps if I put starter kit. There we go. Starter kit in. Click apply. And then you'll get 25% off the first one, which is $18.75. $18. And then basically the other 3 payments will be $25. So obviously we can do this by card, we can do this by PayPal. And then this bit here, by the way, this is meet and greet. This is actually the Looping Circle. The Looping Circle is my new community. What I'm looking to do is I'm looking to actually have a community where people talk about looping in a real positive way, or maybe they're frustrated and they need an answer, or they've gone, oh, I did this today and it was a real big win. Look at my new pedal board. Flex. I don't care. Like, I want loopers all in one place, because there's people in different like hubs, there's people in different Facebook groups. I want to gather you all together and just put you in one place. So my looping community is called the Looping Circle. I hope you like that. I was quite proud of myself. What we're looking to do is just create a looping community. And that also means that it's not tied to any social media. It's just on my website. And there we go. So There we go. Ooh, nice. I'm really enjoying your new single, All I Have Now. All I Now Have. There we go. Yeah, thank you very much. And that was the other thing I wanted to obviously say today was that my new single came out yesterday. All I Now Have is been out before, but this is an acoustic version. And the story behind this, by the way, is absolute from Born From Love, which is the song All I Now Have. The thing behind it is just be with the one you love. And my wife loves that song. And I replayed it with the intention, the original reason for it being made was basically so we could actually walk down the aisle to it together, because we're already married and we actually did a hand fasting ceremony. So we actually walked down with the hand fasting ceremony together to that song, which filled my heart massively, which was great. And then it was like, I've got this song, just sitting here, just release it. So we released it. It's out. It was out yesterday. Go and have a play with it. And if you Oop, there we go. Sorry. If you go over to I had it. Where's it gone? Let me just do this. Cool. There we go. There we go. So if you go over to there, basically where if you just search John Paul and then All I Now Have, you'll find the acoustic version, and it looks a little bit like this. And then that way you can go for it. If you want to have a listen to it, there's the QR code for that. So scan the QR code over there. I'm loving these QR code things. They're cool. Let me know if anyone's scanning them, by the way. I hope they are. I just like the idea of it. It's cool. And when I put it up, it comes up in the chat, so I don't have to put the link in. Hey, if you want to know how I do all this live streaming stuff, by the way, I can do a video on it, and I can also do a live stream on it, funnily enough. This live stream is not sponsored by anyone other than me, because I'm promoting myself. So I'm promoting, obviously, this as the new single, and of course, my new looping course. So by all means, obviously, go and have a look at the new looping course. It is not available yet. It's under construction, but we're going to have a look at, obviously, releasing it. Now, date of release. So let me just take that one down. Excuse me. There we go. So the new looping starter kit, which is my new course, all about getting you looping, getting you from pedal or app to stage. Oh, I like that. I've just made that up. Might use that. So we're looking at basically getting you looping and getting you not just going 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm looping now. I'll just keep adding loads and loads of stuff, and now it's a big mess. And then people get put off, or get put off with timing. But we're looking at structure. We're going to be looking at confidence. We're going to be looking at tricks of the trade. So I hope that really, really is going to help. Oh, Justin, I missed your comment there. Apologies. I'm looking for ideas how to deconstruct songs into loop structures. That's perfect. Thank you. Okay, great. So we're looking at deconstructing your own songs or covers, or just looking at how you could take these bits and make them loops. Let me know. Yes, that is something that we're going to look at. We're going to look at structure. I think that would be a fantastic thing. Trevor, hi. How are we doing? Trevor's in the room. So if you're just joining us, I've just announced my new looping course, which is the Looping Starter Kit. This QR code gets you 25% off whilst I'm building the course. And the course isn't out yet, but if you scan that QR code, it'll give you 25% off. And it's $97 when it comes out, normally, when I don't have a discount on it. Also, when you get to the checkout page, you have the option to go monthly. So we can do it in 4 monthly payments. And it's going to be $25, and the first one is going to be 25% off, so it's $17. So yeah, there we go. So I hope this is exciting to some people. I hope this basically is going to fill a gap, or fill a need. You go on YouTube, and of course I'm on YouTube, but everyone does it. You go on YouTube, you go, how to start looping. How do I loop this? What's the idea for looping of this? And what I want to do is I just want one place for you to just go to, and you go, right, let's just talk about the choices you're wanting to make, but then also both in purchasing a loop pedal, purchasing an app, but also what your needs are. But then at the same time, then going, right, cool, here's a song. How do we That's a great idea, actually, by the way, which I was thinking about, Justin, about how do we pull that apart? So let's pull that song apart. What do you loop? What do you not loop? Now, this is all down to personal preference. It's also down to what you play. If you're singing, if you're doing beatboxing, if you're not, if you're part of a band, if you're playing guitar, playing keyboards, playing a harp, playing a trumpet, it's all going to be different. However, I want to make sure that these tips and tricks that I'm going to give you can be applied to any instrument and any loop pedal or app. Okay, and I'm writing it at the moment, and I'm trying to stop myself from going too fast because I know I've been looping a long time, and I need to go back to the very beginning and the fear and the getting the timing and where do I go from there. So I'm relearning how to ride a bike again for myself, for you guys, so you guys can obviously get into this looping starter kit. Now, for those who've got any of my other courses, which includes the RC600 course and How to Loop Like a Pro, you'll also know that this is a one-time price. Okay, I'm not gonna, if I suddenly bring out 10 more videos that go into this course, I'm not going to charge you more. It's a one-time price, and it's a lifetime membership as well. So where are you? That one there. Sorry, there we go. Right, so let's just take the QR code off for a second, because then that way you get to see the full screen. So if you go to johnpaulmusic.co.uk or click the link or use the QR code, and then you scroll down on this, you will actually see, it says here, welcome to the Looping Starter Kit. This course is designed to teach you everything you need to know about using loop pedals and looping with musical instruments. By the end of the course, you'll be able to create dynamic and engaging musical loops using a variety of techniques and strategies. And that's something that we talk about, is to strategize about looping. And I was like, well, JP, what do you mean about strategizing about looping? It's like thinking about a loop in the moment. So you may have a plan in your head about what the loop's going to be, but then you go and something happens live on stage and it changes the dynamic of what you need to do to actually loop. And I'll go into that in the course. I know what I mean, but I'll go into that in the course. And it's one payment, it's a lifetime access. And you go, obviously, I talk about the basics of looping. The basics of looping is dead easy. Press a button, loop, press the button again, whether it's an app or a pedal, and you're looping. Great. But do you want to know everything about the basics of looping? Like the structure, the choices that you make, the clever use of undo, redo, when to delete a loop, when to get that loop going, when to add something, when something's too much, the space within loops, and the gap between the sonic elements in loops. So all of this I want to talk about. And as you can see, we're obviously doing it for $97. You can get 25% off that, but you can also do 4 payments of $25. And then you're going to get instant access, step-by-step foolproof guides, easy to digest information you can return to both on the computer, and also my website is designed so you can use it on a phone as well. So if you log in, you'll be able to use it, and it's actually restructured on phone, which is great, whether it's Android or iOS, it doesn't matter. So you don't need an app for that. It just works on my website, which is really handy, and that's why I like my website like that. Plus, there's going to be content that's only available with this course, so including my advanced setups and how I use templates. And some templates are going to be templates for devices, and some templates are going to be templates for you to just fill in and go, how am I going to pull this course apart, or so to pull this loop apart or this song apart into loops? How am I going to structure stuff? So I hope that makes sense. There's a couple of other things I'm working on that I don't want to talk about yet because they're in the course and I don't want to give it away. Hopefully you can see by my cheeky face that I've got something going on. But if you want to start looping and you've been too afraid to ask, you've watched a ton of YouTube videos and you're like, okay, cool, I think I'll get a pedal, or maybe you just got one for Christmas, you've asked for one and sitting in the box and you've had a play on Christmas Day or Boxing Day, and it's now the 28th of January and you've used it twice. This is going to be the course for you. This is going to be the one that gives you the confidence to go, this is going to be integrated into my system, my setup, and it doesn't have to take over your life. It does with me. I'm the person that takes over my life. I'm riddled with looping, but it's like venom, like basically when you just like, looping. But you can obviously take this and refer back to it again and again and again. Then on top of that, when we obviously are sort of like looking into that, I'm going to be adding to that course. And then on top of all that, we then have, and this kind of builds up with me, you've got the looping starter kit, which we're now building, and then we've already got how to loop like a pro. And how to loop like a pro is a mini course, but very concise. And it is about, obviously, tips and tricks to basically build things even faster. So these two will event hand in hand, kind of like stage 1, stage 2, as it were. But I'm doing the stage 1 now because it is the most requested thing on my website. It's the most requested thing all the time. I get emails, I get comments. How do I learn the basics of looping? Can you show me how to loop? Basically, loop, just get started. So this is why I'm doing this course, because people are asking for it. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that is helpful to you all. The other thing we were talking about, as I say, is there we go. There. All I now have is out. You can scan the QR code and you can stream it at your choice for whatever streaming service you want. So this is an acoustic version of this. And for those who are at mine and my wife's hand fasting ceremony, this is the tune we walk down the aisle to. So if you want a copy, if you want a version of it on your phone or your device to stream and listen to, then please scan it and have a listen. I hope you enjoy it. If you want to listen to all my music, you can go to my website, but also you can go to any site. You can go to Spotify, you can go to Apple Music, you can go to Amazon, Pandora, Deezer, Tidal, and it's there. Just find John Paul and look for this face. There are a couple of John Pauls, but look for me, and then we go. But yes, the looping starter kit obviously is my big thing for this evening. I'm excited to do this. I hope this is going to bring some joy to people. Now, I divulged away from something I was going to talk about, which is timing. How long is this 25% off going to be there for? Well, it's going to be there for as long as it takes me to build this course. Now, when I say build this course, I want to get it out to you guys fairly quickly. I'm looking around 4 weeks. Okay, so I'm looking around between maybe 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, but this will give you time if you want to go and grab it now. I know companies kind of go, oh, it's only going to be a week at 25%. I'm not going to do that because I want you guys to have the time to get it. Now, I know I'm banging on about it today, and I'm going to be talking about it again, of course, because this is part of my business, this is what I do. But also at the same time, by getting this, you're supporting me, you're helping me out by being able to do what I love to do, like more and more. But at the same time, you're getting something well out of it as well. And I hope that it's something that is really valuable to you. It could even change your performance. It could even change the way you do things live, or even do things in a studio, or even if you're just using looping as a creation tool. Okay, just to actually go, does that harmony go with that? Like, and you use looping to do that. That's really valid. So this course, I'm looking about 4 to 6 weeks. I will put an end date on the 25% off. And then we'll have a launch, and then obviously the course will launch, and then that 25% will go. Okay, it will go. We will have a day of launch, and then that 25% will go, and then it will be $97 for the course, or 4 times $25. So by all means, get in now, help me build this course, and obviously scan the QR code, or the link is also in the description box on both YouTube and Facebook. I think it's on Twitch as well, but on YouTube and Facebook. If you're watching on LinkedIn, if you're watching on Twitter, hi, but also give this a scan and help a loop artist help people loop. I'm not good with slogans, but let me know what you think in the comments, or let me know what you think in the chat as well. And I hope this is going to give people some joy. This is something that I've been asked for time and time again, as I say. So can you do a starting course? Can you do a basic course? So tying in with my website, I think this is going to be a really nice thing that we can now do a starting course, how to loop like a pro course, and then we've also got the RT600 course as well. So these courses are there. There's my podcast. Ooh, nice. So this is on johnpaulmusic.co.uk, and this is my website, and then we've got the courses there if you want to check them out. So Saturday night, are we gigging? It's Saturday night in the UK. It's just coming into 6:30, 6:45, so maybe you're getting ready for a gig, or if it's early in the morning somewhere where you are, then maybe you've done your gig and you're a bit, I don't know, hungover, and or maybe it's first thing in the morning where you are, and you're planning to do a gig today or this weekend. Let me know in the comment section below or in the chat. But yeah, I just wanted to obviously kind of officially launch this. So my announcement is the Looping Starter Kit. I hope that is something that's going to really, really help you. And I'm going to end this live stream now, but I just wanted to say thank you very much for sticking with me, and thank you very much for, without sounding corny, believing in me. But also, I just want you guys to get the best out of me. I know that sounds corny, but I really do, because I want to make sure that we can improve things, the looping quality, and we can improve what you do with looping. So let me know in the comment section below, as I said to you before, what you want to see in this course. I'm writing it at the moment, and if you go, I hope this this course has this in it, then it may very well have. So if you're watching this on the replay, again, codes are still scannable, and the description box, in the description box, is the link to the course as well. But write down in the comment section what you want in this as a starting kit, as a looping starting kit, like a looper's beginner's guide, as it were. Let me know what you want in there, and then obviously put that in the comment section, put it in the chat, and I'll go through them, and what we'll do is we'll build hopefully one of the best ones ever. I think a lot of looping courses are really focused on guitar. They're really focused on plug a guitar in and start looping. So I want to focus on a couple of other things, more about, as I say, breaking the song down, and also incorporating voice, incorporating keyboards, incorporating other things. So thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you for waffle on for 39 minutes. Go and listen to my new track, which is All I Now Have Acoustic, and go and have a search for that in Apple Music and Spotify and all the other places. And then give this QR code a scan if you haven't done so already. If you can't scan it, if you're on your mobile watching me as opposed to look on a computer or TV, then the link for this is in the description box below. And yeah, thanks very much. If you've got any questions about the looping starter kit, what's going to be in it, this, that, and the other, put it in the comment section below, and I'll try and answer them as fast as I can. Have yourself a great weekend, and we will see you soon.